Hi, I'm Tips. Ever found yourself in the counter notification abyss? Left scratching your head as rejection emails from YouTube pile up faster than memes on your feed? Or that cheering realization when YouTube's strike countdown feels like a digital guillotine hovering over your channel? In today's tutorial, I will show you how to properly submit a counter notification to YouTube so that your counter notification is accepted and forwarded to the claimant, and you can continue pursuing the dream of becoming another Mr. Beast. This video is particularly helpful if you're facing a large number of strikes and videos taken down. Having managed multiple YouTube channels, I've been in your shoes. In one instance, I got 29 strikes and watched in shock as more than 100 of my videos were taken down. But guess what? After about 100 counter notifications, I emerged stronger, armed with unconventional insights and guerrilla tactics, all of which I will share with you today. So grab a coffee and some snacks. Let's walk through the best tips to follow and the biggest mistakes to avoid in order to win the counter notification war. A quick disclaimer, I will not talk about whether you're entitled to submit a counter notification or not. You need to first review YouTube's policies on copyright, especially on fair use. The links are in the video description. I'll assume you have some legal basis to submit your counter notification and a general understanding of how the process works. Let's move on. When you receive one or more copyright strikes, there are two important places to check. In YouTube Studio, you should see a new section in the top left area that says Active Copyright Strikes. Click on it to show your strikes. At the same time, you will receive an email from YouTube titled, "Some of your videos have been taken down from YouTube."
Each email is associated with a strike. If you receive 3 strikes or more, you will see this other email. Your YouTube account will be disabled in 7 days.
It's important to note that a strike may include several videos. This is good for you, because it means the claimant must request more takedowns to put your channel in inactive state. A channel becomes inactive when it gets 3 strikes, at which time it's still visible to your audience, but you are unable to upload new videos. For channels with a bit of history, you get a 7-day grace period before your channel is terminated by YouTube. When you receive a strike, the first thing you should do is make a list of all of the videos taken down in a copyright database, like this one. There are 3 benefits of such database. 1. It's better to manage the problematic videos in a spreadsheet than in the YouTube Studio. 2. This database helps you track the result of each counter notification, which helps you learn from your mistakes and fine-tune your counter notification tactics going forward. 3. If you're dealing with a large number of videos, this database makes sure all videos are counted for. Imagine that by mistake you forgot to counter notify for 1 or 2 videos. The strikes associated with those videos would remain, which would put your channel at risk of termination. You can just copy the videos' URLs and titles from the YouTube email. Once you have the list of all of the videos taken down, it's time to write your counter notification. I strongly recommend that you write an email directly to YouTube instead of submitting it via YouTube Studio. There are 3 benefits of doing it this way. 1. You have more evidence if your channel gets deleted in the future. 2. You can counter notify multiple videos in the same email. 3. You can include additional details for the YouTube team to review. This is an email template that you can use for your counter notification. You should start with a subject, copyright notification, or something very simple that doesn't confuse the YouTube copyright team. You can say some greetings in the beginning. You should then mention your channel ID, and then please mention the videos that you want to counter notify. Next, please write a statement to the claimant. Next, you can include a statement to the YouTube team. You should have these 2 paragraphs exactly as mentioned here. You can see them more in the video description. You should have your contact information with first name and last name. You don't need to write your middle name because you'd also want to protect your privacy in the case of foul play from the part of the claimant. If you live in an apartment building, you should provide the apartment number. I had one counter notification rejected in the past when I didn't write the apartment number. After I resubmitted with the apartment number and exactly the same content, it was accepted by YouTube. Nobody's gonna check who actually lives there, so you can put in your aunt's address, for example. And finally, the recipient email address should be copyright@youtube.com. If you reply to an email from YouTube, you need to change the recipient address because these 2 addresses are different. And just a final note, you should write all of this in a brand new email. I've had some instances where I replied to an email from YouTube and my counter notification was not recognized. Within an hour, you should receive an automatic reply from YouTube that says, "Thank you for your counter notification. This is an automated email to let you know that the review process is starting. We will keep you posted as it progresses." If you receive this email, you should update the status in the copyright database to reviewing. If you didn't receive an automated email, resend your email and make sure to follow the tips above. Within 24 hours from when you receive the automated review email, you should receive another email from YouTube notifying you of the results of the review. There are 3 possible outcomes, 1 good and 2 bad ones. First, let's look at a good one. Thank you for your counter notification. It has now been forwarded to the claimant that submitted the copyright removal request. If you receive this reply, Congratulations, you have won your first battle in the counter notification war. YouTube says that it will reinstate your video within 10 to 14 business days if the claimant does not respond with evidence of legal action. In my experience, the actual wait is around 21 normal days or 3 weeks. Occasionally, I have seen claimants sending YouTube the purported evidence of court actions against me, in which case you should see the text under final review when checking in YouTube Studio, but I've never seen YouTube approving those evidence. In one bad outcome, you will receive this reply from YouTube. Thank you for your counter notification. Unfortunately, it's unclear to us whether you have a valid reason for filing a counter notification. I'm sure the majority of you are watching this video because you have received this baffling reply from YouTube. Who does YouTube think he or she is to meddle in the affairs between a content creator and a claimant, right? Actually, YouTube also fears reprisal from the media and entertainment industries if they let bogus counter notifications slip by. Hence, they have this final check. At this point, you will need to resubmit your counter notification. But how to get your counter notification accepted by YouTube? Here are some tips based on my experience of submitting more than 100 counter notifications. 1. Make sure you have some legal basis to submit the counter notification. If your video is an entire movie scene or music video with little added value, it's not likely going to pass YouTube's check. 2. If you're going to go for fair use, in your statement to the claimant, make sure it contains as many fair use keywords as possible. They are commentary, criticism, research, teaching, and news reporting. 3. In the rejection email from YouTube, you will see the following. Be sure to explain in detail, clearly and concisely how you have all necessary rights to use the content. After careful thoughts, I realized that in the rejection case, my statement to the claimant was too long. It contained many paragraphs and bullet points. After I simplified it to just one paragraph with 4 to 5 sentences and resubmitted, it was accepted by YouTube. Now, are you ready for some crazy stuff? 4. One time, I got 3 to 4 counter notifications rejected while the rest accepted. After careful analysis, I noticed a particular pattern. The rejected counter notifications were always sent by me around the same time of the day. It seems that different copyright teams work around the clock at YouTube, and some teams are stricter than the others. I tried to send the same counter notification but at a different time, and it worked. 5. In one rejection instance, I resubmitted my counter notification with the added text for YouTube team, which says that the rejected videos are exactly in the same nature as the other videos which were accepted by YouTube previously, and it worked. In another bad outcome, chances of around 2%, I've also received this reply. The email address that you have provided does not match the email address of the account in question. Apparently, somebody at the copyright team was drunk. When I resubmitted the counter notification using the same registered email, it magically worked. After you get a decision from YouTube, you should note the results in your copyright database. If any videos are still in the rejected stage, just keep trying using the methods above. One last thing, you should also recheck YouTube Studio to make sure that all videos are accounted for. If there's any video not yet counter notified, please repeat the same process above until you see the forwarded text all the way from top to bottom. By the way, there are instances in which you should submit the counter notification via YouTube Studio instead of by email. 1. You do not receive an automated email even though you have submitted your counter notification via email several times. Or 2. You receive an email that says video was already submitted within another counter notification, but clearly your video is not submitted in another counter notification and there's an option to counter notify in YouTube Studio. Don't worry, it's the YouTube copyright team being drunk again. That's all for today. I hope that my tips will help you win the war of counter notification. Please be sure to read the video description for more details or new information that I have come up with after this video is published. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I will try to help you out. That's all. Subscribe.